Minecrafters. This is the Big Red 1967, and this is Thanksgiving, Thursday, November 27th, 2025. I'm here with Waldo, the Happy Guest, and at the Fletcher house behind us that we try to get finished. Wasn't sure I was going to be on today, but I figured why not? Let's see if I can get this resin blocks done and put it on the house and get it finished, man. So I hope you guys are having a great Thanksgiving day. For those who are not in the States, uh, salute out to you guys as well. So let's see if we can get this day started. I gotta check the audio too. I want to get off my fine feathered friend here without dying. And I gotta find my bed. I couldn't. I don't know where my bed went to. Thank you, Waldo. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There we go. Thank you, sir. And yeah, I gotta locate my bed. I don't know if I left it back at the. What's up, guys? I don't know if I left it back at the witch's hut or where. I cannot find my bed. I bet you any amount of money is at the witch back at the witch's hut. But I got my friends over here can hook me up. Let me see if I got some more rockets too before I get started. Also, let me check the audio. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Kind of sounds like it's loud. I hope it's loud. All right, let's go. Rockets. I was saying the other day about the furnaces. I think I wasn't thinking clearly, but the reason why it's faster because instead of having one furnace, you have 64, and the stuff that you're trying to smelt, you have all those furnaces to be smelting at once versus one. I don't know why I just didn't think of that. I don't know. That's the thing. Gotta see if I have any more rockets. If not, I might have to go up to that creeper farm, get some gunpowder. One of these things have gunpowder. There we go. Now I just need paper. There we go. Bada bing. Let's put this stuff in there so I don't lose it. Let's make some more rockets. Hi guys. What's up? What's up? What's up? Um, why can't I make rock? Oh, that's not paper. That's maps. My bad. Ooh, there we go. How much paper I can get out of that? Okay, 54 is not bad. I'll go with that. Put this stuff back. I think I'll put the golden apples in there too while I'm at it. And the gunpowder. And that should do it. Yeah, I wasn't sure I was gonna. Like I was saying, I wasn't feeling too good, and I've been taking my sinus medicine, so I have a little bit of a clear head today. So I figured let's get this knocked out. And bed. Right, I need a bed. Let's get my rockets. Fly over to the cleric's place. I really assume that the my bed is over at the witch's hut. I'm thinking at this point. Gentlemen. Before I go over there, because I have to go over there anyway, let's finish putting on the rest of the resin, or resin blocks, I mean, up here. And here we go. what I'd like to do is go check the super smelter real quick before I head back over to the witch's hut where the Creeker farm is located, and I get more resin. So if you guys are new here, this is my world spawn where I first entered the world, and I love that roof. um, yeah, so I stream here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday and Wednesday is this world, which is normal survival. Friday is hardcore. This is my honor hall. Oh, oh. I got like I had a good friend or fellow Minecrafter who brought his stream over uh, yesterday. So I got like 14 new followers that you all gotta get statues. I am so sorry. It just dawned on me now. So I gotta welcome these guys aboard. So anytime, that's what all these statues are for. These are the people who watch my stream, who are followers or subscribers. And if I see your name listed, I will give you a statue. It's free to be a follower or a subscriber. There's no charge. One day I'll get Patreon. I have to actually offer something to, to justify a subscription, but yeah, I'm not at that point yet. I will eventually. This is the library down here. So this is going to be full of enchanted books and the bookshelves. Here's the librarians. Still waiting for me to... Hi, gentlemen. Waiting for me to finish. As most of my builds, I never know when they're going to be actually finished. So, I do believe... Let me see if once my laptop... sorry for stopping there. Waiting for my laptop to log in. There we go. It's coming up. It's coming up. Let me see if I can get to Stream Manager. It should list all the people who just became followers. And I'll give you a roll call. I don't know if I'll be able to get you statue today, because I'm trying to get this roof done, and this is becoming a little bit of a chore, more than I expected it to be. This is Ironforge, so if you ever played World of Warcraft, this is my version of Ironforge, where it's a dwarven city under the mountain. I gotta put like domes in the where the pillars meet. In between pillars, there'll be a pillar on that side, pillar on that side. There's gonna be a dome going upwards, and I gotta start building that. And you can see the pathway. If you ever played World of Warcraft, um, this is what, in my opinion, this is what it kind of looks like. And I'm excited. I really love World of Warcraft, so this is my love letter to Blizzard, World of Warcraft. And speaking of which, this December 2nd, I believe it's December 2nd, or December, I think it's December 2nd. You might want to Google it. If you pre-order Midnight, which is the newest patch in March, it's coming out in March. Player housing. So if you get the pre-order and download it, something like that. I don't know. Something about if you pre-order it, you'll be able to do player housing in December. Instead of waiting until March for when it comes out, you'll be able to start accessing it now. I could be getting that wrong, but that's what I looked it up last night. And I'm like, oh wow, that's cool. So this is my ode to World of Warcraft. My version of Ironforge. So down here below the pathway here, the walkway, I have a super smelter designed by Shulkercraft on um, YouTube, and there's 64 furnaces here, and you throw whatever you want to get smelted in here, and within a jiffy, that's a word, you'll have your items smelted. And I'm just double checking to make sure there's nothing still coming through. Then you come up here to the chest. I gotta make a proper platform instead of doing what I'm doing, but that's the output. And got our copper and some more resin. So I gotta go get more resin. And these are other items that I smelted, like green dye from cacti. All right, so the guys who signed up, and my greatest appreciation to all of you guys. So our newest followers on Twitch is Iris Bear, 1414, Evie, or Eve Wee, Eevwee, Trunga77, Hashak gave me a shout out because I think we did a raid over at the Shack, or Hash, excuse me, the Hashak. We rated him yesterday. The Cream Cheesemaker followed me yesterday, and Cebdas, Cebdas, followed me. So you guys, you're all getting statues. And whoever is on right now, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. We're trying to finish my um, Fletcher house. So bear with me. Um, and we're going to probably go over I have a creeker farm from the Pale Garden. I made a creeker farm based on Silent Whisperers build. And you just stand there. The creeker will appear. I have a trident that will basically shake the resin off the creeker onto the heart of the forest. Oh, there's my bed. Sorry. Since yesterday, I've been looking for this. My bed. Sorry. Um, yeah, and that's how you get your resin. You need 9 resin clumps to make 1 block of resin. 9. And I was thinking I need like 2 stacks of resin blocks, and that would come out to about 18 stacks of resin clumps. And I think I got like 4 yesterday, but I'm not doing the entire roof with resin. I'm going to mix it up with this strip pale oak. Here's my bee farm. There's my flying ship. Original farm when I first spawned in this world. I had a farm here. Actually, the farm was in front of. What I did was when I first spawned in here, I spawned down here, which I normally do in new worlds. I always spawn near water somehow. I come up to the hillside and I dug into the hillside. Actually, kind of like underneath where this building is at was a hill, and I dug into it. And in front of it, I had where the crops are at. I had the crops in front of that little hill, that little cave I had. And eventually, if you go to my YouTube channel, Big Red 1967, my first day was June 7th, 2023, and you'll see me come into this world and start surviving. I was playing survival then, like normal survival. Now I'm in peaceful mode, so I don't have to worry about mobs. But I'm going to get back to that. I will get back to doing normal survival. But like I said, Fridays is my hardcore world. So if you want to see me actually trying to not die, come watch me on Fridays. This is usually just for building, so you can see different structures and stuff, different ideas I have. But I will get back to normal survival in this world. In normal survival, you'll respawn, but you got to put a bed down, so that way if you die, hello sir, you end up in that bed. But if you don't put a bed down, you die, you'll end up back at your world spawn, which is here. So you always want to make your world spawn really like a lot of storage, armor, so you can always reload before you go back out. I guess I can go up here so you can see. This is my cleric. The building we just passed is a tavern over here, and then here is my cleric building, and that's where my nether portal is located. It's in this top of the cleric building here. Underneath here is storage, and there's this lovely sunset. Hello, Mr. Clerk. Hello, Mr. Cat, or Mrs. Cat, whatever the case shall be. A lot of times, the reason why these guys ain't sleeping is it's just a glitch in the game where eventually you have to re-break the beds for them to reconnect properly, so then they find their bed. That happens when you have a lot of villagers. So I hope you guys are having a good Thanksgiving. If you're not in the States, I hope you're having a good Thursday. Um, Trying to think what else. Oh, so December is coming up next week. So, or not? I don't know if it's next week or the following week. I'll be doing my December project, which is my ode to was it the Polar Express. If you ever seen the movie or the book Polar Express, I'm trying to build the North Pole City on top of a ice biome. And just as a preview, I'll stop off here so you can see the actual Polar Express. What? All aboard! So you enter this, which is one of the cars of the Polar Express. And you'll pop out at the North Pole City. But it has to be finished. How I've been trying to build it, it's a mushroom island that's surrounded by an ice biome. So I'm trying to use a flying machine to build a platform, a basalt platform over top of the mushroom island, and then build the brick city buildings of the North Pole City on top of that. But I did finish last year the Polar Express. I just gotta build a city now. I have a tree. I have a giant tree like the movie, and I'm adding leaves to the tree as each Christmas comes around. But I'm a solo player, so I'm not on the server. I'm the only guy doing this stuff. So when the mood hits me, then I go after this stuff. Give it a second. This is gonna load in. I'm gonna grab a sip of coffee. Works like a charm. All right. So I can get out of the haze. Here's the Polar Express. I have to do a fly around so you can see it. We'll pick up here maybe next week. We'll start working on this. I got to remember how to how to make the flying machine again. I haven't done that in a long. There's the machine, part of the machine down there. But let's do a quick fly around so you can see. There's the train. It doesn't have all the cars. Usually, I think it's like 3 cars from the movie. There's 3 blue cars. I just made the engine, the coal car, and one of the passenger cars. There's the giant tree. It's got to go all the way up that pole. You can see the brick. I originally was going to make. I don't know why I thought that the ground of the city was brick, but it's not. The ground is like gray brick, but the buildings are red brick. So you can see the basalt platform. So this flying bridge it drops off. It mixes lava with the ice. When the lava hits the ice and soul sand, it creates basalt. And as it flies over, it lays, I think, I want to say maybe 6 blocks at a time, 12 or either 6 or 12 blocks at a time. And then you send it all the way down, have it stop, put obsidian down on one end, make it stop, and then you rebuild it on the other side and let it go down and make another swath. Here's the giant tree. And so, so basically, I'm trying to cover the entire Mushroom Island with this platform, and then build a city on top of this basalt platform. Um, so you can see the scale. I mean, the width of this island. How much I got to build on top of it, and I'm trying to match what's from the movie. So you have like the tracks coming in. It's in the movie. They say it's like a ocean liner on a frozen sea, kind of thing. So here's all the material that I've been using for this build. Here's the engine. I don't think you can get inside of it. I don't. Wait a minute. Yeah, you can. Haha. I'm gonna have to. Okay, now I'm stuck. Interest. Oh no! Come on. It's wool. Who'd have thunk? See if I can get out my trusty scaffolding and go up. there you go. And then the passenger car has the portal we came in on. And the portal you came in on. Put this here. Oop, put this here. There we go. Here. Here. There we go. And here's the where you sit. Who pulled that emergency? Who pulled that emergency brake? He did. And here's the flying machine. So basically, I forget where I got this idea from. I have to look it up. But you have the soul sand, ice, mixture of honey blocks and slime blocks, dispensers. I think they're dispensers, right? Yeah. And sticky pistons and observers. And you start it by putting a block on top of one of these observers, and it starts the whole thing moving. The lava comes out of these dispensers with buckets. The lava hits the soul sand and the ice, and it creates these basalt blocks. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. I'm not sure if I did 6 or 12. I think I did 6 because if you go beyond that, it breaks. So you have to stay at a certain amount. See, that was the original one. Then you just flip it over and go the opposite way. But you'll see that during this December. I'll get back to doing this. I miss doing this. A lot of fun stuff, man. A lot of fun stuff in store. The New Year's is the. I think last year I tried to put fireworks on the flying ship. So we'll get back to that for New Year's. The thing with fireworks is you got to be in pretty close to where the fireworks go off, or they won't go off. I guess you have to be in the same chunk as where the fireworks go off, or you won't be able to see it. And my flying ship is pretty high, good distance from where I'm viewing it. So I was hoping that anytime I would come into that area, that the fireworks would go off, at sunset. But I'm on the wrong side. All right. So you can tell it's the, I got to do the roof. It's like a subway system through the nether here. I got to put a proper sign in front of here. What does this sign say? North Pole City. Why don't I have it at that door? I'm a little confused. Maybe there's a portal. I think there's a portal down here that actually takes you to the city itself. Let's just take a look. Unless I moved it to the train. Yeah, me and my logic, I don't know. This probably was the original portal that brought me to the city. I'm just curious. Before I built that little train car last year, I think this was the original portal I was using. Yep. So when I first came into this area, I just had that brick platform, and then I was building that tree. So every time I used a tree farm, I would save the leaves and bring them over here. But here's the map. We are located right there. We're right there. And World Spawn, I believe, is right here. There's a cleric tower, I think is right there. So that's how close we are to this area. We're like right across the water. It seems like it's a small distance, but it's not. It really isn't. So you can see how big this ice biome is. It's gigantic. And we got mushroom cows. If you get, hello sir, if you get a wooden bowl, you can have strange, what do you call that? Strange, I won't say strange brew, but it's suspicious, suspicious stew. If you add flowers to it, different type of flour, you get like a few 2 second of enchantment from a suspicious stew, and you can use the crafting table to decide what type of enchantment you want. Fun fact, I never knew that until about a year or so ago, and that's been a thing since Minecraft been around. I'm gonna get my boat. I think I left my boat over here. I have a habit of leaving things behind. There's also a nether fortress underneath this ice road, and I would like to get back to making a proper nether base down there, where I have a couple of farms blended in with the fortress. I'd love to come back and do that at one point. Yeah, this witch farm is not very close by. It's it's a little bit of a ways. Don't worry, I'm still here. Okie doke. So this, if you haven't seen this before, I made kind of like a Disneyland or Disney World Haunted Mansion themed attraction area. So we're on an actual steamboat. If I, there you go. There's the steamboat. There's the Haunted Mansion in the background. And the Creeker Farm is right there. So since the sun's going down, let's get up there as fast as possible to get more resin. I made these rails for Halloween. It was a Halloween project, so we can go back and forth from the witch hut to here. But right now, I'm just trying to get that resin as fast as possible. Oh, I need to go get the trident from the witch house. Hold on. I should get this place should have its own trident, but I haven't done that yet. I haven't done that yet. So down below, I actually built this mansion on top of an actual witch hut. Um, the witches will spawn down below. I have a bubble elevator that forces them up here. There's a trident killer, and we get their XP and drops. I made these tracks so I can go back and forth, but like I said, I really want to focus on getting this resin as fast as possible because it, to get this resin is not super fast. You have to stand by, and you basically get a heart of the forest, which is that orange stuff there from a pale oak forest. And Silent Whisper, Wisper, made this farm, and you can see how he built it. And it's very simple. Um, you got to be in normal or hard mode, and then don't look at. they'll they will spawn. They will spawn so many blocks away from you. So since this is the only platform they can spawn on, they'll spawn here. The water pushes them into the trident. The trident hits them by the piston, and it forces the resin onto that tree, which then the pistons break it and gets sucked in by the hopper. But if you look at the creekers, it breaks the farm. So you can't look at the creekers when you have this thing running. So we're going to go into hard mode because I want as many thing globules of resin as possible. So Going into hard mode would hopefully do that. We should hear a sound. Give it a second. Okay, that's new. Here we go. Once you hear that crunch, our buddy is on his way. So don't look. When you hear that thumping sound, bam, 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 like a crunch. He's getting hit by the trident. How you can tell is if you look, don't look at him, but if you look at the chest, you see the resin. Uh-oh. Yeah. So the resin. So we just have to hang out. Just have to hang out here until we get the amount that we need. Unfortunately, I can turn the volume down so you don't have to hear all that nonsense. I apologize. Just wanted to. Here we go. Bring it down here so it's not too loud. There we go. So, let's go over. I haven't gone over the National Day Calendar. Let me check the audio. There we go. The audio's good. National Day Calendar. I always try to do that for my streams if I have the time to do it. Kind of like a staple of my stream. So what type of national day is today? Well, for the United States, it's Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. And if you're born today, which is November 27th, you celebrate your birthday with Robert R. Livingston. Born this day, 1746, the politician and founding father of the U.S. Wow, I did not know that. That's interesting. Hugh W. I don't actually remember hearing about him. I have to look him up. Hugh W. Mercer, born this day, 1808, Brigadier General for the Confederate Army. Rachel Brooks Gleason, born this day, 1820, the fourth woman to earn a medical degree in the U.S. Charles A. Beard, born this day, 1874, co-founder of the New School for Social Research. Forrest Shakely, born this day, 1894, founder of Shakely Products. They do health products. I didn't know that, but it's in it's in parentheses. Ted Husing, born this day, 1901, sportscaster who helped lay the foundation for live sports reporting. Buffalo Bob Smith, now that guy I know, born this day, 1917, television host of Howdy Doody. If you do yourselves a favor, go on YouTube, look up Howdy Doody. Buffalo Bob Smith was the live person where Howdy Doody was the puppet or marionette that he would talk to, like the co-host of the show. It's a kid's show, but it was fantastic. I think it was from the 50s, 50s or 60s. I'm not too sure. Eddie Rabbitt, famous country western singer, country singer, born this day, 1941. Famous for "I Love a Rainy Night." Jimi Hendrix, famous guitarist, born this day, 1942. James Avery, actor remembered for his role as Philip Banks in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Fun fact, he was in Star Trek Enterprise. He was a Klingon in Star Trek Enterprise. Got to look that one up. It's pretty good. It was the episode where the Klingons were, um, they were. If you've seen the 1960s Star Trek with William Shatner, the Klingons looked human with big eyebrows. In the episode of Enterprise, it explains how the Klingons originally looked like humans, and then they had these big foreheads. In that episode of Enterprise, it explains it, and James Avery plays one of the Klingon generals or captains in that. It was pretty interesting. Good show, good episode. Dave Winthrop, born this day, 1948, saxophonist for the band Supertramp. Love that group. Love Supertramp. If you've never heard of Supertramp, go look them up. Great, good music, good band. Jim Weatherby, born this day, 1952, engineer and NASA astronaut. Now, speaking of NASA, last night, do all yourselves a big favor. Go on YouTube, look up Jesse Michael. It's Michel, and look up the episode with Matt LaCroix, Lucrioix, Lucroix, Matt LaCroix, and Jesse Michael. I think it's from a year ago. They talk about it's called the Great Year, and it's where Plato speaks of a 26,000 year period, And you can actually see the video on YouTube or a movie called or documentary called The Great Year. And James Earl Jones is the narrator. They basically found when the Pioneer 10 and 11 um, satellites went out into space before Voyager, they found this anomaly out beyond the Kuiper Belt, which is beyond Neptune and Pluto, or no, excuse me, Neptune and Uranus. So if you go look up Neptune and Uranus, you can see how the planets near the sun in our solar system, including Earth, our poles are north and south. But if you look at Neptune and Uranus, they are sideways. Their poles are east to west. And there's a reason why that is. There's something pulling or affecting the axis of those planet or outer planets. And the only ways planets could be affected like that is from a gigantic gravitational force. And the only thing that could be that great of a force affecting a planet's axis is another star. So theoretically, we have another star in our uh, planetary system. So from the way I understand it, I was watching that YouTube show last night. The anomaly is to have a solar system with one star. The normal or the norm is to have a solar system that is a binary solar system, meaning there are two stars to a solar system, and usually each star in that binary system has two systems, twin systems. So technically, we're a binary star system, but the other star, our twin star, is dead. It's a what they call a dark star or a brown star or a dwarf. In other words, it's no longer functioning. It went out. The sun burned out, but it still has an interplanetary dance between our sun and its uh, gravitational its rotation. So check out the great. It's called the Great Year, and check out Jesse Michaels' interview with Matt LaCroix. It's mind blowing. You're gonna love it. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Bill Nye, the Science Guy, born this day, 1955. Check him out. Caroline Kennedy, born this day, 1957. Daughter of President Kennedy, and also she's a diplomat. Michael Stackpole, born this day, 1957. Game designer and author of one of the authors of Star Wars. I don't understand that. Maybe he's the author of the Star Wars game because George Lucas is the author of Star Wars. Um, Jaleel White, born this day, 1976. Steve Urkel, hello there, in Family Matters. Let's see what else is. Oh, I know it's sunshine, but I just want to finish out the National Day count. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go over to the witch's hut and do that until we get nighttime. Let's see what we got here so far. This should be pretty good. This should be pretty good. Let me go turn this off, and then we'll put this down on the roof and see what happens. Let me go into peaceful mode. We'll get back to the National Day counter in a second here. Turn this off. Gotta get the. Let's pick up the resin. This is what happened yesterday. Oh no! Hold on. One of my best bills, don't you think? And I didn't bring. A shulker to bring the stuff back. I always jump the gun. Always jump the gun. Well, I'm gonna help me remind me. I'm gonna take this trident so I don't lose it. Go over to the witch farm, drop this off. Maybe get another shulker from the witch farm. I gotta put a plaque, an item holder. Come on, dude. No. Darn it. So close. I gotta put an item holder over there at the Creeker farm so I don't have to keep doing this nonsense. And give it its own trident. Would be helpful. Let's go see if I have a shulker, and then we'll go back to the creeker, then back to the Fletcher house before I lose my mind. Yeah, here, we'll take this. So I thought that you get XP from this. I guess you don't. I guess you really don't. I guess you have to. I don't know if you. Oh, geez, come on. Why? 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 There we go. Can I put it here? Nope. It's glass. I thought that glass has no effect on chest and stuff. Just put it here. There we go. Put the stuff that I have on me in here. Hopefully it gives me some room. Can't be crouched. Oh, come on. What's going on? There we go. Then we'll go over and get this, throw this in the smelter. While this is smelting, maybe we'll get some more spruce trees from the tree farm. And finish this roof today, hopefully. Come on, drop. I'm never sure if I have to use the B button or the A button to drop when I'm flying. I play on Xbox, if you haven't noticed already. Okie dokie. So getting back to the great year idea, there's another good British author on Netflix and YouTube called Graham Hancock. And on Netflix, he has a series called Ancient Apocalypse. And it kind of goes along with this idea of the great year. Also, Randall Carlson also talks of this. And according to Graham Hancock, that human history is much older than what historians are saying. So we've gone through these periods every time that our twin sun, that binary sun, comes through our solar system. It kind of throws off civilization on our planet. So there's been other human civilizations on our planet that's been more advanced than we are. That created the Great Pyramids and that were possibly electrical plants. And there's evidence of it here on our planet and Mars. There's a big um, gouge on the surface of Mars that's deeper than the Grand Canyon. And they believe, well, the theory coming from this great year idea of the other binary star passing through, that there is some type of like corona discharge from our sun and almost like lightning. It's what they call plasma discharge. And that plasma is like a gigantic lightning strike, but bigger than you can ever imagine. And that's what possibly because Mars allegedly had an atmosphere, and because of this plasma discharge, it's very possible it caused what we're seeing today on Mars. And so it's a fascinating theory, and it explains a lot. And in Buddhism, we talk about reincarnation, about following, going through a loop over and over. It's really really fascinating. Also, because of this idea of ancient civilizations on our planet, they left records. So hopefully, the future generations, they knew that we're going to go through the same thing they went through, tried to warn us on how to prepare for it. So under the Sphinx, it's a very good possibility there's a gigantic library under the Sphinx explaining all of this. So it's pretty amazing, pretty amazing. And we're living in a really amazing time right now because between that and the UFO disclosure, the movie Age of Disclosure is out right now. Go check that out. You can actually buy it on video. Um, a lot of things, man, coming together. A lot of information that we were deprived of and didn't know about is coming to light, and it's a great time to be living, man. I'm telling you. Between that and all the stuff that all the inventions coming out right now, pretty amazing stuff. So it's a good time to be living for sure. Now I just got to figure out. I think right here is where I can't. Yeah. So I got to drop off the resin, make some more spruce trees so I can finish off the trim. Gotta put, get some more, fill this up with lava. Hold on. Grab my bucket, and I should drop off the resin. Well, let me do the lava first, and then I'll do the resin. I gotta make sure this stuff's turned on, so this stuff is being dispensed. And again, this is based on Shulkercraft's Super Smelter. Shulkercraft. Shulker. Shulkercraft. Really bunch of amazing Minecrafters who do a lot of the technical aspects of the redstone builds. This thing here is a dripstone farm, so the dripstone is created and the pistons break it off and they're stored down here. So if you want to make a lava farm like I have, you make a dripstone farm, so you have dripstone for the lava farm. And if you want to make like a trap for mobs, you can have the dripstone fall down on top of them. Whatever floats your boat. So the lava is the fuel for the furnaces here. And if you ever played World of Warcraft and been in Ironforge, you see there's like a river of lava in the center of the city. And so I'm using that idea to make this lava farm. So not only is it, what do you call that? Function versus, what is it? Function something? Darn it, I always forget this. I have to look it up. My brain, I'm 58 and my brain is just not keeping up like it used to. Form, thank you. So it's form and function. It's like an architectural thing. Not only is it for beauty, but it actually has a function to it too. Aesthetics. And over there's my tree farms right through here. Tree farms right down here. And this tree farm is by Silent Whisperer. Look up Silent Whisperer, Whisperer on YouTube. Universal Tree Farm. The only thing of it is, you can't do dark oak in it. You can't do pale oak in it. You can't do the trees from the nether. But everything else you can do. Acacia, oak, spruce, birch. So while this stuff is smelting, we're going to go over to the tree farm, make some spruce, and then we'll have the resin. Oh, you know what? I didn't get any more pale oak. I might have some more in a chest that I already chopped up. I didn't. Yeah, I got stuff in here. It's okay. We'll get through this one way or another. All right, here we go. Oh, that's not the right spot. Right here. Sometimes oh yes, both work. I was gonna say one of these gets stuck, like that one down there. I gotta go find that minecart. Uh, Sometimes it gets stuck coming around the corners, or yeah, here it is. It should be okay now. Come back and check on this in a little bit. Make us get some spruce going. There you go. See it? Look how fast that's. It's cranking them out, man. Cranking them out. Get some spruce. This is a snow farm, so that when you turn this on, it's not hurting that poor little guy, but every time the snow gets crunched, he makes more snow. So you got tons and tons of snowballs that you can make snow blocks. And that flying ship, the blimp, is made from snow blocks. Do the quick fly down. See if I got some spruce in here. Yeah, that's about right. I don't know. I always kept a little bit of spruce in here. Always a little bit. That's okay. We can get some real quick. I really need to make a proper stairwell through here. This is ridiculous. I've had this like that since I first created the farm. That's about 2 years ago. Yeah, a little silly. Yes, haha. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm doing. I should have enough bone meal. Yes. Okay. So we just turn this on, and you just plop the spruce into the dirt holder thing, and bada bing, you got a tree. It might be because I have the smelter running. Darn it. I thought I could have both farms running. They're in the same chunk. They're in the same chunk. So it might not. One might have precedence over the other. Let's go check to see if it's finished. And then I'll just have to turn it off. Well, what I need to turn off, I have, what do you call it? I don't know if they're dispensers or droppers. These is what's draining the computing power. Wait a minute. What the heck? It was already off. All right, let me make sure this is turned off too. That's bizarre. It was already off. Because, like I said, if you leave a chunk area, it does go into pause mode. So if these ain't running, why is this thing not cranking out the trees? Maybe spruce is an issue now. I think that was the problem I ran into the last time. I tried to get spruce created here, and it wasn't allowing it. Like, doesn't make sense. Let's see. May I have to wait for it? Ugh, running out of my bone meal. Let's try turning this on. What that does, it either lowers or raises that block up ahead, and sometimes it has an effect. There we go. That's what I had to do. All right, and now I need more bone meal, our bones. There we go. It's not like I need a lot of spruce, but just turn this off for a second. Come on, there we go. And be careful as you're clicking, because sometimes you see right next to the bone meal is white dye. Yeah, you don't. If you want bone meal, don't be clicking the white dye. I've done that in the past, and that's not fun. After spending time getting the bones. All right, here we go. So the switch I hit with the lamp, um, well, Arcacia, because it grows on angles, if you lower that block on the top, it allows the Arcacia to grow somehow. And then you got to throw it back for the oak. And I think spruce is on the same mechanism as the oak, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then Arcacia is all on his own little system. There are farms for the dark oak and the netherwood or nether trees. I just haven't built them, and I will eventually, because I want to add those blocks to my builds, especially in the nether and stuff. Now I had TNT down the way there that was blowing up my trees, but I think at this point I'm out of the TNT. I don't have any more. And like I was saying, for the Christmas tree, I was breaking these leaves with the shears. That way you can save them. And I was adding them to the Christmas tree, but right now I'm not doing that because the Fletcher house is taking precedence. But I have a blast chamber connected to this, and that's where these tree trunks are going. So a blast chamber. But you got to fill the chamber up with TNT, the dispenser. That way, when they get so far down here, the observer will turn on the TNT dispenser. And I can show you that in 1 second. So this is a blast chamber that's filled with obsidian. So when the TNT explodes, it's not going to affect anything. And this is the dispenser. I don't know if they're... Yeah, I'm out of TNT. That's why I have the creeper farm. So it produces gunpowder, and then... but you're going to need... I'm not sure if it's gravel or sand that you need to make the TNT, but yeah, you have to gather up that material in order to have it, all your materials to make it. Then there's water down below here, and all the drops go into the water, and it gets put into a hopper that goes to a chest. And that, my friend, is your tree farm. This should be plenty to finish what we need to do for the roof. And like I said, I watch also Adam the Woo, and he's in Italy right now, or I think he just left. Well, yeah, he's still in Italy. And man, if you're into European architecture, get a chance to watch his videos. He's been to Rome. He was in Florence, and in Florence, because I'm studying art, you'll find the tomb of Filippo Brunelleschi. And Brunelleschi is technically the father of the Renaissance, before Michelangelo and Da Vinci. And what he discovered is not only architecture, but the theory of perspective. And in art, that's how you have video games today. And that's why art looks like it's 3D, like a photograph versus a hieroglyphics. Because until Filippo uh, tripped over the or discovered the idea of perspective, artists didn't understand how to translate three dimensions on a 2D surface. And with Bruticelli, he basically, or his nickname is Pippo, uh, he discovered that if you, it's kind of like a camera, you have a horizon line, your eye, when you look through a camera, the center of the viewfinder in the camera, where your eye is, or how high your head is standing, where you're holding the camera to your eye, if you draw a line straight out, that's the horizon line. And then if you look at train tracks and watch the train tracks go into the horizon, you'll see the train tracks have an illusion of coming together into one dot. And that's the illusion of perspective. And Bruticelli discovered how to actually translate that with a formula in your artwork, so your art will look like a photograph. It's pretty amazing. And so if you check out Adam the Woo, he actually went to the guy's tomb in his video. I think his video just came out today, that he was just there yesterday. And pretty amazing. It's in Florence. It's pretty amazing. So he was the inspiration to from Michelangelo. Oh, I didn't get my. See, that's why I'm not up on talking when I'm playing this. I didn't get my resin. And that's why. So Michelangelo, um, Da Vinci were all inspired by Brunicelli, from what he discovered. And getting back to the great year idea, since humanity is much older than what historians are saying, uh, we're kind of like reinvent. In a way, we're reinventing the wheel. We get reset. We start all over again, and everything that we had learned, we lost because no one keeps a what do you call that, a record, or the records are lost. But I think, like I said, the under the Sphinx, the records were kept as stone tablets. So it's very possible that 20,000-year-old history that's been recorded is under the Sphinx, very possibly. So we don't repeat the mistakes we did in the past. And the other interesting thing, to add some more deepness to the rabbit hole, is if you check out an author named Zachariah Sitchin, and he goes into the Sumerian gods of the Anunnaki. Allegedly, this extraterrestrial civilization came to Earth and genetically spliced their DNA with primitive Homo sapiens or Neanderthal and created us. That's why we don't have fur. we got skin versus fur. So, and that might have been all the way back before humanity, billions of years ago, before humanity even became humanity. And I mean, the rabbit hole is deep, my friends. It is very, very deep. And how far do you want to go to discover the truth? That's the truth. And it's like the old, the Matrix theory too. Like, you take the red pill or you take the blue pill. Go back to believing what you will, or find out, like what you would say. I don't believe any of this. Well, what did Morpheus say? I'm not trying to solve your problems. I'm just telling you the truth. And yeah, interesting times, my friends. Very interesting times. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think. Okay, I just want to make sure we got bricks, right, or ingots. We didn't get the clumps back, right? We got ingot. Yeah. Okay. That would have been messed up. why I thought they weren't ingots. I don't. So that's what I'm saying. When I'm talking and stuff, I lose track of what I'm doing. That's a shepherd's building over there for the shepherd villagers, and that village over there is out in the distance. It's up on the hillside. We're going to get over there eventually. And an ancient city, if you keep going this direction out that way into the mountains, there's an ancient city out there, and there's another idea I want to continue doing out there as well. Let's see if I can finish the framing of this roof and then add the blocks. I don't know if I'm going to put a next floor on top or not. I definitely, hi guys, I want to put this roof in as fast as humanly possible. So let's get some stairs. I don't know if I have any more in here. Yep, I do. Oh, wow. Maybe I didn't have to go and get more spruce. Holy moly. Interesting. Well, let's see what I can do with this. He kills me, man. I love that little laugh he does. Um, okay. And I think I gotta come out the sides here too with this. This is gonna be tricky. I'll just do it like this for now. Darn it. There we go. Thank God for the vacuum effect. I'm gonna have to. If I do it like this, it might not work. Let me see. I'll try it. We'll see. Sometimes it acts really weird when you do it catty corner like. Yeah, see, it didn't turn. It turned. It turned the thing. I haven't even done the landscaping to this thing yet, so. And the windows have to have its treatments, and gonna put like window trimmings and stuff in there, so you have like a flower box, all that good stuff in there. Why? I just say why, you know? Can't you just work with me? Why? Why? Sometimes it can be very unforgiving. Do you ever get a feeling that somebody's watching you? Yeah, I'm definitely going to add a fireplace to this place as well. Alright, so how did I do this again? I think I went back and forth with the steps. I started on that edge. I'm just curious to see. Yep. And you just work your way up. Like that. Oh. Oh, this is going to be not good. Oh no. Huh. This is not good. I should have went out a little further. Oh, this is bizarre. Darn it. Now I'm curious to see what I did here. Yeah, I should have went out a little further with these blocks. I don't think I. Yeah. Ready then? And start here. Go up. It would have been better going a little further out, but it's okay. Just go with the flow, man. Go with the flow. And again, if you get Paramount Plus, December 6th is the final reckoning of Mission Impossible 8. So you don't have to, if you get Paramount subscription, you don't have to go buy it. Technically, you're already paying for it, right? I think I'm gonna use a regular block for that. Uh, let's see here. And then work our way back down on the other side. I'd rather go from the bottom up instead of vice versa. And then the ends have to be filled in as well because you have that big gap. So I have to figure out how I'm going to fill that in. Interesting. I didn't. I don't think I went far enough. Hmm. Hopefully I don't fall. There we go. Like that, and then one more like that. Then the block. Oh, I'm out of blocks. Yeah, I think that's how it is. Let's grab a little shit eye. I'm gonna have to get more of these resin blocks anyway. Might have to see if I have any. Nope. Grab that. Just a couple more of those. And we're gonna make some resin blocks or bricks, I should say. Resin bricks. There we go. Oh wow, only 39. Gonna have to stretch this. Oh, I didn't get it. I got pale. Okay. Hopefully. That's cherry blossoms. Yeah, we didn't get any pale oak when I was out there. I should have did that, but we shall see. See how this turns out. Okay, and then we already have 10. You lay these out, and then you just take the axe to it. I love having a happy guest around. That makes my day. Alright, and I think I just go straight along here. The thing of it is I don't want to start on that side because I don't want to ruin the sequence, if you know what I'm saying. So try to go up and over. Hopefully it'll work out right. And we got to extend the size of this thing too. There he is. Okay, we got it. Oh, that's where I stopped. All right. Hopefully I don't fall off. And then we gotta fill this all in. And come all the way across. I could have used a different like top part, you know, but for this one line going across, but I don't have anything in mind right now to do that. Spruce, I could have, yeah, I could have used the spruce. That's a good point. I got tons of spruce on me. This way I can save a little bit more of this stuff. And I'm going to use the actual trunk instead of planks. It should work, yeah. I don't know if I have any more. Yeah, I got some planks. Good. Now this is going to be. Well, let me go pick up that stuff I dropped and try to keep with the sequence. I might. There we go. So the other side we stopped at resin, so this side's going to have to be. Wait a minute. Actually, it's going to match because if I kept going, this would have been white, and then this would have been resin. So we're going to go with resin first to match the other side, and it should match the other side. So it's like all one the same almost. It's my OCD. I apologize. It's a thing. It's a thing. All right, guys. I thought I was going to be able to gets this really whacked out today, but gonna need more pale oak. I thought out of everything, you would think I would need more resin than pale oak, but actually, I kind of need both. So I'll just maybe Monday next week we'll finish this off. I thought I was gonna have a chance to actually finish this roof today, but hey, it is what it is, man. Better than nothing. You're getting a little bit of an idea of what how this is turning out, and we'll be back Monday next week because it's not December yet, so it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. See if I can click on good old Waldo. Here, Waldo. There we go. Oh, so close, but yet so far. If you hold snowballs, he'll come to you. But I don't have any snowballs. I don't know. I guess I'm going too fast. I don't know. Usually, yeah, I got him. Okay. All right. Even though it's rainy. So there is our fine Fletcher house coming together. I like the aesthetic of it. The resin and the pale oak looks really good with the spruce. Pretty interesting. It's like the harvest or fall colors, orange and white and brown and all that good stuff. If I can just navigate over these trees. It's getting there. All right, guys, let me see if I can. And I promise you guys, let me do another shout out to our. Boy, I don't think I'm going to even find you guys already. My laptop goes to sleep, and then there we go. So again, I shout out to uh, Sebdis, the cream cheese maker, Shashak, Trunga, Eve, Wee, Iris Bear, and Val MC. Guys, welcome aboard. I will see you all back here Monday for this world, Friday for a hardcore world. So come on back Friday for the hardcore, and this build will be back on Monday. So you guys, let me see if I can find you guys a raid, and you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Let me see here. We have Zeus, Funkiest Saturn, Oscar Chopstick, 44 Live, the Van Gertis. Van Gertis. Let's go with Oscar Chopstick. It says chill type day. That looks pretty good. Stop in Oscar's room. Say hi to Oscar for me. Let me see if I can start the raid. There we go. Nope, can't go in Oscar's room. Let's see. Okay, let's go into. Let's go into Kira's room. We got media, reading bases, donut, SMP, gambling. Oh, wait a minute, what? Okay, maybe not that room. Vixen. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, going to that room. There we go. Let's see if we can start the raid. Yep. Be in Vixen's room in a few seconds. You guys have a great Thursday as I close out the rainy night. Have a happy Thanksgiving, guys. I'll see you Friday. Thanks for being here.